Hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss about while loops in Python, and I'm going to start with the while loop. So the while loop, actually the function of the loop in Python or in any other programming language, it is used now to check if a certain condition or block is correct, and if it is not correct then it will not print out the code after that block. So let us first start with the while loop. So I'm going to assign a variable I is equals to uh, let's say 1. Then I'm going to use the while loop to execute our block. So while I is less than or equal to 6, then I'm going to print I. So right now if I try to run this code, then it will run up to infinity because this statement is true, and we want it to run it from 1 to 6. So what we need to do, we need to increment this I, that is our previous I. Now our new I, it will be I is equals to, that is our previous I, which is right there I. Then you're going to add 1. So let us run it and see. So as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3 up to 6. So what actually this does, it our initial value is 1. So we are going to add 1 to 1, that is to become 2. Then 3 up to 6. So that is it. Then let us move now to what about if now this statement is not correct and we want to print another output apart from this 1 up to 6. So let us say, so we use now the else statement. Actually the else statement, what it does, it is used now to, it's only executed when the while loop condition is false. So that is else print value, or let's say value I, that is, let's say I is not less than 6. So this will be printed only and only if this the while loop right here is false. So let us run it. So as you can see, we have printed from 1 to 6. Then after now reaching at 6, we have this line of code right here saying that I is not less than 6, meaning that after reaching here at 6, it means that our condition now is false. So that is it on the while loop. So you can read more about this while loop for you to understand more and more. You can do a lot of example. You can change the variable, or also you can try if it's greater than or less than or equal to. You can also write the infinity. Let's say, let us remove this so that it can become infinity. So this right here, if we run it, it will print 1 up to let's say infinity. It will not stop because this condition is correct because I is less than 6. So let us move now to the for loop. So on our for loop, we are going to discuss about several data variable. Let's say not even data variable. We're going to discuss about the list, the tuples, and also you're going to discuss about the dictionary and maybe the set. So let us assign a variable n. I'm going to start with the list, so use the square brackets. So I'm going to give a list of names, that is Allan. Then second Kevin. Third Aaron. And lastly I'm going to give it as Karen. Then I want to print the name of all these people. So I'm going to use the for I in n. Then I'm going to print our new variable I. So this is another variable which I've assigned here, that is I. we have this variable right here that is n for names. Then we have this variable right here that we want us to print it out. So it is I. So if we run it and see, that is Alan, Kevin, and Aaron. Right here we have the names and also in a well ordered manner. So actually what for loops does is it actually reduces that amount of time that you could be. Let's say if you want to write this, you want to print each and every name right here. So instead of you copy pasting, or let's say writing print Alan, print Kevin, print Aaron, it saves you on time on how to you to list out your variables. So, and what if we want us to print only these two names, that is Alan and Kevin? So what will we do? So what we do, we include another statement, that is if. We will use now the if statement and say if I, new variable I, equal to, we're going to say let's say print up to Aaron. Then we are going to break it. So let us run and see. So as you can see, we have only three people right here. So also you can also, and if you want to run again, if you want to print out the name of all the four people right here, you can also use the continue key to continue, so that you can print all the names. So as you can see, we have all the names right here. So else, you can also use the else statement if you have another, if you want to add another statement. Let's say else the person does not exist, print the person does not exist. Let's say if you have a database, then you're trying to print out different characters in your database. So, and if that person is not on the on your database, then this output will be printed out. So that is the person does not exist. So also right here, this else is only executed when the if statement or the for loop function is now false. So let us move now to, this was list. So you use the hashtag sign to indicate now the comments in Python. So I'm going to give it as list. Then in our next example, I'm going to use now the dictionaries. That is dictionaries. So in dictionaries, we have two ways of how you can determine your dictionary, how now it will going to be look like. So let us say d is equals to, use the curly brace, then indicate the variable name. Let's say the names of the people right there and some scores. Then I'm going to give it a value right here, and I'm going to give it as cookie. Let's say scores, that is 70. Then next, I'm going to inside right here, I'm going to give that is Kevin, and I'm going to give a value of 80. So after Kevin, I'm going to give now Aaron. Then I'm going to give a value of, let's say 60. Then Karen, I'm going to give a value of 70. So we want us to print out this, so using the for loop. So let us now, this variable d with all this. So what we are going to do is, for let's say a new variable that is let's say g. in D, we are going to print G. So let us now print only the names, but that is the variables, but not with the values. So let us only print G. Then I'm going to show you how to print now with the marks. So as you can see right here, this is now the code for the dictionaries right here, this one. Let me delete this for the list so that you can see well. Sorry. So if we print it G, then we have the names right here, that is Allan, Kevin, and Darren. So I want to show you, or now you can print these values, these variables with their respective values. So let us now start. Then we are going to select, that is D, then we are going to select each value, that is G. So as you can see right here, we have the names and also with their respective marks or their respective figures. So that is it for now, the dictionaries. And also you can use the else statement right here to print, and also you can break, and also you can continue. So the second, I'm going to show you now how to also use this dictionary. This is just the first way now you can assign dictionaries in Python, but the second one we have as, let's say, h is equals to use the dict function. Then you're going to use h, then you're going to assign variables, let's say ABC. Then you're going to give it 3 figures, that is 1 2 3. Then h, we're going to assign a second variable, that is let's say h to d, not d, e, f. And we're going to assign 4 5 6. So let us print only the variable names, then later we'll print now the variable with the respective values. So let us for let's say y in h, then print, if we print y, it will only give us now these values a, b, c, and d, a, f. Then in our next code we are going to print now. As you can see right here, we have ABC, then def, but we want us to print it with the respective value. So we are going to select each value, that is now we are going to use h, then y, so that you can print out the respective values also. So as you can see, ABC we have 1 2 3, and also def right here we have 4 5 6. So for you can try out the set. So it's very easy. So you can also break, you can also continue. So you can try the set, that is, let's say set, let's say s is equals to a set. We use the curly brace 1 2 3 4 5 6 up to 6. Then also you can also use the tuples, that is now t4 tuple is equals to, use now the open bracket. Can you also give 1 2 3 4 6 and print it out using the for loop. So that is the assignment of the day. So let us move now to the nested loop, that is hashtag. Actually this is very easy because it's just a loop inside another loop. So let us give two variables right here, that is I is equals to 1 2 3 4 5. Then next we are going to give another variable, that is u is equals to, let's say let me use the numbers. So 9, 8, 7, and 6. So we want us to print these two variables using the for loop. For let's say t in I, then we'll not print, then we'll include another for statement, that is for you, not for you. We need to create another new variable, that is for c in u. Then we are going to print this new variable, that is t and c. So that is print new variables, that is t, then comma c, to print out this new variables using the for loop. So as you can see, we have right here been printed, that is it is repeated several times, that is 3 with the respective 4, 5 up to 5. So that is it for the nested statement. And actually we have done the nested statement before, where we used the while loop, where we created another if statement, that is when you are trying to find out, to break or to create a break between those values. So that is it for today, guys. So next time I'm going to teach you on functions and also on dictionaries, so that you can understand this very well. So if you're not subscribed, kindly subscribe so that you can get along with us through this journey of learning Python. So that is it. Let us meet next time.